Hey there, I'm Veronica. I am so happy to be with you today. I am a manifesting coach based out of Chicago, and I release videos on the law of attraction, healing relationships, changing your life for the better, weight loss, travel, cats. I pretty much do it all. Today's video is actually a viewer suggestion. It is all about the difference between intuition and manifesting. For example, manifesting from gut feelings. So we're going to talk about that in just one moment. Before we do that, take one moment to subscribe to my channel. Hit that bell icon to first be notified as to when I go online live answering your questions for free. Also, when I release new content. You can also learn about my live sessions at VeronicaIsles on Instagram. So do follow me there as well. And if you would like to do a one-on-one coaching session with me, VeronicaIsles.com is the place to go. I would be happy to take you on as a client, help you one-on-one, and help you personally get to that goal, which you deserve. So we're going to talk about intuition and manifesting. They say, I'm generally a happy person and I do feel good most of the time. But when I think about getting back with my specific person, 65% of the time I get a stagnant, uncomfortable feeling in my gut. What does it mean? Does that mean that my intuition is telling me he is not the one after all? Or am I feeling his heavy energy? He feels he's stuck in his life. What is your take on intuition? Okay, so there was a lot there. Let's start first what I think intuition is. Because previously, before in my life, before I knew anything about conscious manifesting, I thought I had amazing intuition, as if I could foresee into the future. Because a lot of times what would happen is I would get premonitions of things, and then they would come true exactly, word for word, good and bad. Now, it's important to note that as I learned about the law of attraction, I realized that my quote-unquote premonitions were actually just things I felt aligned with, things I felt that were coming in my future. So hence, of course, they did. Now, like I said, I unknowingly drew good and bad into my world, the so-called idea that I had a premonition. I realize now that I could have avoided those bad things had I just switched my alignment and switched my truth inside. My truth didn't have to be the premonition of a bad thing. A premonition is just an idea of something that you feel is truth in your world that inevitably comes into being because you feel so aligned with it, as if it's part of your destiny, as if it's absolutely coming. This particular person is feeling good 65% of the time, which, hey, is great. You know, we want to feel good most of the time. So they've got that going for them. During the other portion of the time, they get this stagnant, uncomfortable feeling within them. Now, I really think that this feeling is not you aligning with where he's at negatively right now in his life. I actually think it's your resistance that you still need to work on. I don't think that it's your intuition telling you that he's not the one, because I think anyone can be the one. I actually don't believe that there's any one specific person that you are meant to be with that is the only person for the rest of your life. I think that we can be happy with actually anyone, because I actually think we're all the same. People always talk about soulmates and twin flames, and yes, I do believe that we have a strong connection with someone, but we're actually all one, so we're actually all connected. So in my opinion, and you can disagree with me if you want, I really think that anyone can potentially be your soulmate. And that's why we sometimes encounter several soulmates in our world, whether it's romantic, friendship, a family soulmate, what have you. But I do think that we're all actually one. And the thought of it, the reason why a lot of people reject it is because it scares us to think that we're actually all one. We're just different expressions of God. We're all God. It's all of us, and we're just individual expressions of it. Okay, so back to this question. So I do not think it's your intuition telling you that he's not the one. Because again, he can be the one. Does it excite you to have the idea that you want to experience more with him? If yes, then yes, it is possible to manifest it. And yes, it is something you should continue with. If manifesting this person is making you miserable, stop. It's not that this person is wrong for you, but it's the fact that you have to feel good now. You should never manifest someone because you think they're the one and have it make you feel miserable. You should never take your time trying to manifest something that makes you feel miserable. Now, I'm not saying that that is the case with this person, because they're saying only 35% of the time they're not feeling good. And to me, that sort of reads like resistance that's left over, resistance of wondering whether or not it's possible, like the fact that you're questioning whether or not he's the one shows that maybe you're questioning whether or not you want this person. But here's what I would say. I would tell that resistance, let's try it out. Let's manifest it. Let's see what happens. And if I decide I want somebody else later, I can have somebody else. That's the beautiful thing about manifesting, is that when you manifest a specific person, you're not stuck with them for the rest of your life. You can pick and choose, and you can decide to manifest somebody else too. Now, in terms of feeling someone else's heavy energy, yes, it's true that he could be feeling heavy energy right now, stuck in his life, stuck in his world. This doesn't mean you have to pick up on it. In fact, what I would suggest is you setting the standard of beautiful, lovely, carefree, amazing energy. That is what you are going to send out. So instead of you picking up on his so-called negative energy, we are going to have him pick up on your good energy. Like, doesn't that feel better? Isn't that what we want anyway? Because you want to manifest this because you want to manifest love. That is what you want to manifest, is love. So I think intuition is a strong feeling that something is going to happen. Now, a lot of you may have experienced gut bad feelings, like this sinking feeling in your stomach that something bad is going to happen, and thus it does. I don't think anything is pre-written. I don't think that bad thing necessarily has to happen. So when you have that gut feeling that something bad is going to happen, start reworking it and start having your truth be something different, other than the worst fear, other than the thing that you don't want to have happen. And I do think that you can turn it around, and you can suddenly start to align with a gut feeling of something wonderful happening. Because I'm sure you've experienced at least one time in your life, even if it's with something small, of something beautiful happening out of nowhere that you just knew was going to happen, that was part of your intuition. Like you felt like if you drove down the street, or if you went to this place, or if you bought a lottery ticket, you just would be lucky. We've all experienced that. Now, that wasn't intuition. Again, if you won money, or you bumped into somebody, or you got lucky, you could have gotten lucky during a different route. Like, the luck was part of your vibration, part of your energy. It wasn't intuition to do that particular thing. So I think it's important to note that I don't think anything is pre-written. I don't think anything is predestined. I don't think that there's just one person for us. Now, you may feel a strong connection to a particular person and decide to manifest them. You can do that. In fact, anytime you've had a romantic connection with someone before, it's been manifested. You probably just didn't realize it. Everyone is doing it. Anyone who's in a romantic relationship is manifesting that person. So never be shy whether or not you should manifest someone, because, even if you're unconsciously manifesting them, you're still manifesting them. You're always manifesting. So why not choose it well? Okay, now this was a broad topic. I could have made like a series of 10 videos on it. If you have any questions, email me, VeronicaIsles@gmail.com. I do want to thank the lovely viewer who submitted this question. Do submit me questions. I do collaborations with other YouTubers. I answer questions at random, so send them to me. I love to make videos based on requests. If you would like to do personalized one-on-one coaching with me, have me hold your hand through the process, VeronicaIsles.com is the place to go. Do subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Hit that bell icon too, so that you can be first notified as to when I go online live, answering your questions for free. Also, when I release new pre-recorded content. You can also follow me on Instagram. I announce my live sessions there as well. And you can catch up with everything wonderful that I am up to and get inspired in that way. I do have 5 ebooks available on Amazon as well, so do check those out too. And I hope you have a wonderful day, and thank you again to the person who requested this video. Have a good one.